Hello everyone, welcome to Gamity. So today we'll make our player jump. So let's get started. First, we'll go to our player. Here inside player input, we can see that we have jump. So we'll be using this. Now let's go to our script. Uh, we'll need two variables. First will be our private float jump force, and next will be our private bool jump race. So we'll mark this as serialize field. We can change its value in the inspector view. Now we move here. Same like our move variable, sorry, move function. We'll create a jump function which will be named as public void jump. Name should be exactly the same, and then input action dot callback context. So now create the curly braces. We'll add a if statement. If context dot phone, then jump brace equals to true. So let me explain this line of code. So we created the jump function, and inside it we are calling the context. If context is performed, uh, if we triggered the button or something for jump, then jump rest will be true, and line jump rest will be used now here. Like again, if statement, if jump rest equals to true, then wrong. If not, if braces issues, uh, void. This is great. This for our public, and void. You have to write it inside here. If jump trace equals to true, now we'll use the value of jump trace, which will be our RB dot linear velocity equals to new vector 2 for our x position or speed. Will be entering RB dot linear velocity dot x, and for our y will be huge jump force. Okay, so if this case happens, after that the jump force will be false as a jump. Otherwise, it will put the game into a glitch and player will be jumping again and again. So if you have to explain this line, then if jump raised equals true, it will come from here. Then our new velocity will be x for our as usual this, and y will be sorry, uh, x is our this, and while we are new jump force, which will assign in the inspector view. Let's save the code. We go to Unity and first uh, unfortunate here. Yes, everything is good. Let me assign it here equals to 5, 7, save it. Go to player input, and the object will be our player. Wow, our code is okay, I guess. But we have to add it inside here. I don't know why it's not showing us there. Okay, this and this is also true. Page of course, 7. Let's change it as move to dot x. Sorry. Uh, we'll be changing it as move input dot x I guess that should work. Uh, I know. Bool to float. Compress it or bool. Sorry, this is the main error. Uh, jump press will be false. Now I guess should work. 3, 2, 1. Okay, okay. Jump 4, 6, 7. All things looking good. Player, monogabriel, jump, won't jump for infinite times like he is right now. So, okay, let's get started. So, in the last video, there was an error which was uh, this. Uh, there was a typo error which, where I wrote this jump rate equals to true, but it should be either equals to double equals or only jump rate. I guess only jump rate should be good because equals to mean you are assigning some value to it, but uh, this is not what we wanted. Okay, so now you can see our player jumps infinite times above in the air, but we want it to jump only when it detects the ground. So let's create some variables. Just one thing we need to do here, we'll add a layer, we'll name it as ground. Okay, we'll select the layer, some issues never resolves. Okay, now let's add serialize field private. First variable will be the ground check distance. Ground capital C check distance will be 0.7. Next will be private layer mask ground layer private edge grounded. Okay, ground should be ground here. Now, inside the update, we'll add the line each grounded will store the values. First will be our physics 2D dot raycast. So raycast is used to give a ray from our player, and raycast needs some things. First will be our transform dot position, which will the position of our player, then from where and in which direction, which will be vector to dot down. Next, around which point, which will be our ground check distance, which is 0.7, and to check whom, ground there, here. So cast array from the player to the ground. If it touches the ground layer, then he's grounded. It's true. Now we need to update one thing inside jump. Where is our jump? Jump paste and operator is grounded. If jump paste and is grounded is true, then jump. Okay. Now last thing should be type it again. Private, or we can type it as on draw gizmos. On draw gizmos. Select if our player is selected, then show the gizmos. Okay. Just type the code transform dot position of the player, then transform dot position plus vector 3 dot down multiplied by ground check distance. Okay, let me explain this. uh, inside. Yes. 2, and this means uh, so transform dot position or position of the player, then vector 3 dot down. This means vector 3 has, you can say, 0, -1 and 0, and it will be multiplied by our ground check distance, then it will be 0, -0.7, and zero. This means force the ray or employ the ray to the down direction -0.7 distance. Remove this, and now we go to infinity. Is there any error? Okay, 52. I guess I know the error. Yeah. So it should be, there is a little mistake from my side. Should be gizmos dot draw line. There are few changes I've done to the code. First, you have to select ground in the ground layer, and the code I added the color red to our gizmos line. You can see the line. You can adjust it according to your player size. If we move up here, it was before rb dot linear velocity move input dot normalized multiplied by move speed, but it is now new vector 2 move input dot move speed and velocity y constant for now, because our jump force is being cancelled by this every moment, but now it should not happen. And here rb dot linear velocity x, but we change this to our x velocity. If we press x, then it will move while jumping right or left, and then jump force. Okay. Uh, and one thing, gravity scale should be 4 or 3 something. Let's check. While it is 4, Rekast is touching the ground. Okay. Player is jumping fine. I guess I will change the gravity scale to 3.5 or increase it, and it should be 4. Rekast should just be a little smaller. 0.4 should be okay. Let's play the game again.